What's up? Thank you for clicking the play button. Tonight is going to be all about a webcam. Webcams. I don't want to say webcams. It's about a webcam, and it's the Emeet Piko Plus. That is it right there. This is. It kind of looks like Eva. I don't know. That's what I think when I see it. Is this the best AI-powered 4K camera webcam for you? We're gonna find out. So if that's something you're into, stick around. The nice folks over at Emeet have sent this out to me for review. Regardless of that, everything in this video will be my opinion and mine alone. They do not get to see the video before it is posted. So with that being said, let's jump into it. Emeet has given me a coupon code to pass on to you guys for 10% off of the Emeet Piko Plus. The coupon code is CAR, C-A-R, as in Clay Allen Review. Just use that coupon when you're purchasing, and I believe on Amazon, possibly on their website too. So CAR, C-A-R, is the coupon code for the Emeet Piko Plus. That coupon code is good through December 31st, 2025. So its claims are a 4K webcam, small, compact, and easy to move around. They're calling it your lovely 4K webcam. It has 3 built-in mics. It is plug and play, and it also claims to have sharp autofocus. The main camera captures details in UHD 4K. It does come with a Sony half-inch 0.55 or so half 0.55-inch Sony sensor. The 3 mics are to help capture your voice with precision sound, also filtering out any unwanted background noise and delivering professional grade sound quality in every environment. Well, we're going to test that out. So it's got 3 intelligent audio modes, and you can switch between those 3 modes while using it to try to suit your environment and get the best sound quality possible. And with the provided tripod, you can lay this thing down on its side and go into portrait mode. And it's compatible with Windows, Mac OS. It's compatible with a wide variety of different streaming and recording softwares. And one of my favorite features is this privacy cover that is a little panda. It's a cute little panda. Look at the cute little panda. So the Emeet Piko Plus it's a tiny little plastic camera. It doesn't feel cheap. It's just plastic. It's small, it's lightweight, and you can just remove the privacy cover just like that. It's magnetic, and it just pops right back on, and that's kind of cool. The tripod that it comes with, it's okay. It's not horrible. It's better than getting nothing. So the fact that they throw in a little tripod, that's actually kind of nice. So now I'm going to go ahead and dive into the software so that you can adjust it, but we're also going to dive into using the Emeet Piko Plus. So I'm going to switch over from this, my current setup, which is my iPhone 13 Pro, and we will switch over to the software. The only drawback that I have with the software is it's a bright white, and you can't change it to like dark mode or anything like that. You're just stuck with white. So while it's open, it's gonna be this bright shining. It's kind of like blown out, so I can't seem to find anywhere in the settings or in the app to change it to dark mode. So for the sake of not being able to find that, I'm going to go ahead and move forward and just deal with the bright white. So we'll switch over to that right now. All right, so real quick, I'm going to go over the app, the software, the Emeet Studio. I'm not going to go real deep into it because you can fart around with that and learn it on your own. I'm just going to show you what it has to offer. All right, so I'm going to jump over into the app, and this is the app, and you can see you have control, intelligent optimization, backlit environment, image optimization. You have a button here to restore all the settings to default, a button here to turn off and on the intelligent optimization, and then over here is your 3 audio modes. Okay, I was going to edit that out, but forget it. I'm just going to move on. All right, so let's just go back over here and go back where I was. So down here is your 3 audio modes: live mode, noise reduction, and original. Right below that is where you can adjust your field of view. Let's go ahead and mess with that a little bit. Yeah, it just kind of gets, I like the 73 the best all the way out. And then below that shows which device is being used and that it's in normal mode. It looks like you can click on it, but it doesn't really do anything. It just does that. All right, and then you've got a preview over here, I guess, of what you're using. Shows the mic. And then right here you have controls for your resolution and your frame rate. And there's just different options in there: 4K, 2K, both in 30, 1080p in 60, 1080p in 30, and then 720 in 30. I'm going to leave it alone. So I forgot to show you samples of each of the different resolutions and frame rates. So I'm going to do that right now. This is 4K 30. This is 2K 30, 1080p 60, and this is 1080p 30 frames per second. And this here is 720 at 30 frames per second. There's your samples of your resolutions and your frame rates. I had to look down and remember what I said next. And then over here you can flip the screen, do different stuff like that. See there, do them backwards and upside down. All right, I'm gonna leave it. I don't need to do that, but if you had your camera, your webcam mounted upside down, you might need to do that, or whatever your scenario is. And then below that, you've got filters, customize, default, bright, nostalgia. I'll go ahead and go through them real quick. Default looks like debt, looks like newspapery. Bright, it's really, I don't know, it's like an old TV that's going bad. Remember the old tube TVs? That's what that looks like. Nostalgia, okay, yeah, it's kind of like a Kodak looking vibe, you know, kind of makes us look like we all have jaundice. And then you've got blues. Blues isn't bad. It's kind of crispy, a little noisy, a little faded. Cold, even more faded, less crisp, and vivid. Vivid, this looks like I'm being beamed up to the mothership of some aliens. You know those scenes in the movies. Anyway, let's go back to, yeah, we'll leave it on that. And then over here's your audio controls. This is for the built-in mics inside the Emeet, but I've already shown, I think, an example somewhere before or after this of that. So that's it. There's the options. The only thing I don't like is that you can't turn this white off, and I think I already mentioned that. But whatever. Maybe they'll change that in the future and make this so that you can match the theme of your computer to dark theme. But that's it. That's the software. So I'm going to move on to the next thing, or back, or whatever. You know what I mean? You minimize that. The software, you're going to lose that big, bright, blinding light, which is just how you want it. You know, if you're into that. Some people like to record their videos during the day and use a little bit of daylight coming in. I've got my room blacked out so that I can record day, night, sun shining, cloudy day. It doesn't matter. I have full control of my light. So now what we're going to do is we're going to switch over to the microphones inside the Emeet and give you a little sample of how the microphones sound. So now we're switched over to the the Emeet audio. This is coming from the mics inside the Emeet. Monitoring is on, but it's definitely not low latency. There is a ton of latency. So I'm going to turn that off, and we'll just stick to not monitoring. Again, I'm going to have to go back and listen to it. But this is the sound you're going to get out of the microphones inside the Emeet Piko Plus. Let's go over use case examples. You could use this for sure for just about anything. You could do streaming with it, Zoom calls, recording content. If you don't have a DSLR camera, you don't want to spend the money. This is running you the Emeet Piko Plus Black, which is what I have, is running you $89.99 on Amazon. I use my phone. I use my cell phone. I like that better. But this is definitely, if you don't have a phone that you can use as a dedicated camera, if you don't have a DSLR and you can't spend the money to do that, $90. There's also right now, currently, as of the posting of this video, there's a 5%, or no, there's a 10% coupon. So you can apply a 10% coupon and get 10% off. The autofocus works great. It's really fast. The white balance is relatively accurate. The exposure is decent. I had to lower it just a little bit because it was a little too bright. Latency, I don't really see any latency issues. It seems pretty smooth. Doesn't seem to have any lag. AI accuracy, again, it's as far as it's tracking and zooming, I think it works really good. The app has all the features I think that you're going to need to adjust this and get it the way you want it. But you could adjust the light and probably get this to be a little less blown out and make it look even better. So the pros, you're going to get decent quality for around $90. You're going to get a feature-packed companion app. It does have microphones built in, so if you don't have a mic, you can use that. The cons, the quality's not quite as good as something like even my iPhone 13 Pro or a DSLR camera. So if you're looking for that kind of quality, you're not going to get that out of this device. But I don't think this device is made for that. I think this device is made for exactly what I said. If you didn't want to go, you wanted to stay under that $100 budget, this isn't a bad idea. And that's about all I have for the Emeet Piko Plus. They do come in different colors. I forgot to say that. As you can see there, you've got a black and like a I don't know if that's like a baby blue or kind of a teal, and then a white. But that's it. If this was helpful, if this was something that you enjoyed, please give me a thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed and you would like to, I do content. I do gear reviews, cameras, microphones, boom arms, anything YouTube content creation related, podcast related. And I also get into some tutorials once in a while on some of the things that we use. So if that's stuff that you're interested in, please subscribe. I will see you in the next video. We are recording.